Luke Atford. I'm joined by our Shrewsbury Town correspondent here at the Shropshire Star, Lewis Cox. Lewis, Shrewsbury take on Blackpool this weekend. Could we see Matt Sadler back in action? Any chance?
Well, that's a talking point, isn't it? I've wrote about it for tomorrow's paper, actually. It is the talking point of Shrewsbury at the moment. Of course, the skipper dropped for 2 games, the league defeat at Charlton and the Carabao Cup game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not gone down brilliantly with the fans. He's so well loved. The fans can't really understand why Sadler's been dropped. Tactical reasons have been given that maybe Beckles and new signing Luke Waterfall, who's taken Sadler's armband, could cope with pace better against Charlton, and then John Askey, manager, said he just wants to build that familiarity. So perhaps Sadler isn't in the plans long term. We don't really know what to make of that, really. Askey says Sadler impresses him every day in training, and fans just want to see a bit of that familiarity, a bit of that leadership, organisation from Sadler that he has, barrel loads, the experience that he brings. He played in the opening day, and I thought he played well. He's normal sort of self, the way he cut things out, his presence of mind. Of course, he's 33, so he's not as quick as other defenders, but he brings so much, and it'll be fascinating to see whether he plays, really, because I think fans want to see him in. That's my opinion, how I gauge it. But Askey, he's his own man. He's putting his stamp on it, and he's making the decisions that he's gonna stand by. So we'll see on that one. I mean, there were injuries this weekend, aren't there? A couple, one in defence being James Bolton, and the manager hinted that he may move Omar Beckles from centre half to right back. So that might leave the door open for Sadler to come back in. Yeah, might be the answer there, and see if Sadler and Luke Waterfall can build up that centre half partnership. Will be an interesting one. Elsewhere, midfielder Ollie Norburn misses out, and striker Aaron Amadi-Holloway. So a couple of the new boys struggling to bed in on these little niggly injuries, which is a bit frustrating for the gaffer.
Certainly is. Shrewsbury, they take on Blackpool. Blackpool aren't in the best of shape, but neither are Shrewsbury Town in terms of results. So it's a big old game for John Askey.
Yeah, Blackpool, off the field, as we know, haven't been in the best shape for absolutely years. But a couple of years ago, got promoted from League Two, had a good sort of stabilising season in League One last year under Gary Bowyer, who after one game this season, walked out. Yeah. Left a massive blow to them. Massive blow, led to more fan protests. But where fan protests are going to get them at this stage, I don't really know. It looks like there's 2 names in the running, a 2-horse race. One being a former Shrewsbury midfielder in Richie Wellens. Yes. That would be an interesting appointment, I think. But I believe Owen Coyle, who obviously has done the rounds, is favourite. So on the face of it, he could do good work there. I mean, Coyle's had success, hasn't he, in previous clubs. But yeah, they're not in great form. Shrewsbury, of course, have lost the 2 league games and 1 cup game. Blackpool are without a win in League One. Blackpool, they've picked up a point and a defeat, but they got a great win in the Carabao Cup against Barnsley, who have started like a train in League One. So that will give them confidence, bit of momentum, encouragement. Their caretaker boss Terry Phillips has said that Gary Bowyer would have been proud of that. They've done him proud. So maybe they're going to galvanise. They've seen their figurehead walk out, and Shrewsbury could have to be wary, I think, of Blackpool pulling together amid this crisis and sort of coming to the meadow and wanting to keep Shrewsbury while they're down, really, because it's 3 defeats from John Askey. Support in the stadium away at Charlton at the 2 Meadow games has been brilliant so far. The safe standing has helped so much. It's been great support from the stands. We hope to see that continue with a first real result and points. Askey needs that, the players need that. Should it be a 4th defeat from 4 and 3 league defeats tomorrow, then things, we don't want to see them turn, but it could happen if the results don't start to come. But we've seen positives in the performances, and I certainly believe, and I know fans believe, that there are enough quality in these new summer editions and in the squad to keep Shrewsbury away from trouble. But certainly interesting points regarding the Sadler thing and who's going to play because of the injuries. So certainly a lot to watch out for tomorrow at the Meadow, I would suggest.
Yeah, so a big game for Shrewsbury Town tomorrow, so early in the season. For the latest on that, make sure you stay with us at shropshirestar.com.